here with Dave Courvoisier. Is that correct?
No, that's not who I am at all.
Oh,
no,
gosh.
Just kidding you.
Everyone's being
that's
so
me.
mean
I'm
to me.
Dave.
Okay. So yes, I'm here with Dave Courvoisier with World Voices with WoVo.
Right.
And for those of you who don't know, this man is a voice actor, a news anchor as well.
It's all true.
And a prolific blog writer.
That's
so
true, too.
can you tell? That's actually how I found out about you. Was
Okay, good. Well, then the blog works.
Yeah, exactly. It's a couple of years ago, I started seriously pursuing voiceover,
Right.
and I was like, what resources are available? And so Google search voiceover resources, and yours was one of the first ones to come
I'm so
up.
glad to hear that.
And-
And now WoVo's a resource. I mean, really for everybody. Because
Yeah.
it's this organization that hopes to just kind of uplift the community of voice actors, to set new standards, to raise high ethical standards, to promote, to advocate for voice actors. We just think those are all lofty goals.
So let's back up a little bit and
Okay.
talk about talk about your journey into voiceover, and then how the blog sort of came out of that.
Okay, so I've been a news anchor for many, many, many years, and I could see the degradation of the TV industry is kind of following the path of radio.
Yeah.
And so I thought I need to choose something else to do. I need to have something else to do because I knew I had at least one more good thing left in me. So
And there's certainly a lot of like carryover skills for
there are.
voiceover.
And I thought that was obvious, but it turns out they're tangential skills, but they're not exactly the same because nobody likes a broadcast cadence.
It's almost like
conversation,
the radio, the TV radio announcer.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
so people want that conversational read. So I've had to learn to lose that a little bit. But so I thought, okay, voiceover, and it works out well for me. I have talent. I also love technical things. I'm a geek, which fits in well. So the part that I had to learn was the business stuff, the marketing, and that's been a real upwards journey. But I started blogging to kind of teach myself, and the blog is a resource for me too because I learned so much in writing it.
So it's almost like a way to archive all of the new information that you're finding.
Plus, all the research I do for the articles teaches me something.
Exactly.
So it works all right.
So, like we were talking about, so do you have any idea how many blog articles you have at this
something
point?
like 2,600.
You're kidding. And how long ago?
I try to write five a week, one every weekday.
Wow. And how long ago did you start it?
08, 07, somewhere back
8 years.
then.
Yeah. So and this is and where can they find this actually?
Okay, so Courvo, COURVO.com/blog.
Okay, wonderful. So yeah, it's the Courvo blog, the Dave Courvoisier voiceover blog, and this is a fantastic resource. It's a free resource.
Oh yeah,
and
I don't accept advertising, and I really don't accept guest writers either. I kind of take it on myself, and I've made it easily accessible, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you talk about a lot of so many different areas of the industry. You've highlighted industry coaches that either you yourself have worked with or just resources that you found available online.
Right.
And like you said, you talk about gear. And it's funny, I wasn't much of a gearhead until I got into voiceover.
All right, I infected him.
And, well, I mean, there was a couple of other people who had a hand in that. But
Okay.
But
great.
yeah, I mean, do you? So, what is it about the gear that has a draw to you? Do you have any favorite equipment that you like to use at home?
I like stuff like you've got here with your little microphone and the selfie stick and everything. You know, there's something about trendy stuff that attracts me. I like to be on the cutting edge. I like to see the newest thing, and I like to kind of dabble in that. Some of them pan out, some of them don't. But it's fun to play with. You know?
So one thing that's interesting, because I mean, some people have for example, we're here and people are posting pictures of their travel rig and stuff and it can be pretty mine's probably bigger than it should be. But I mean, I know you're a big fan of sort of handheld digital recorders.
Yeah.
Right. Did you bring yours with you?
I have a couple of cameras. I brought a Samsung 35mm digital camera. I have my own iPhone. I brought another Handycam, recorder.
Is that the Zoom or?
It's the Zoom Q8. Yeah.
Oh, okay, very cool. So I mean, they make fantastic products,
Yeah.
and if you have a quiet enough space and you just can hold it nicely.
Very nice. Yeah, and it preserves the audio separate from the video in the recording, so it's easy to take out the audio.
But one thing that I love about you, Dave, is that you have so much your passion is so visible. And I mean, so many people think they're oh, I can't be that involved with voiceover. I'm not even doing it full time.
Yeah, well.
And and you you've joked about this on your blog, but when do you sleep?
So I have late hours. It appears that I don't sleep because I automate a lot of my messages on social media, on Twitter and Facebook. But I have a late shift, so I get to bed at 3 in the morning. I get up at about 10 in the morning, so it's
Okay.
7 or 8 hours. But yeah, you're right. I get that question a lot. Why?
Yeah, because you just post at all hours of the
That's
day,
right.
and it's
I
this
do.
very unconventional schedule, but it's fantastic. I mean, you just talking with you and just reading your materials, and you're just like integrity just oozes off of you.
You're
And
very kind.
and I think now would be a good time to talk about how that you became involved with WoVo,
Oh my
with
gosh,
World
well, yeah.
with World Voices organization.
It kind of grew out of another organization that failed, and the people who were intrinsically involved in that organization withdrew from that organization. I won't mention it, and became founders of the new organization. So 4 of us decided we had to break off and found a new organization that carried over a lot of that mission from the old one, but had less of encumbrance.
And I feel like
And
there was
it
a lot
really
of
worked.
there was a lot of transparency in that transition. Like we
Yeah.
recognize that this
Yeah.
previous thing didn't work. We are fully aware of what didn't work, and this is how we are different and how we're moving past
That's right.
that model.
And we've kept that vision. We really felt that was important, and we've really built that into the DNA of this new organization, World Voices.
And so, what do you have to do to become a member? Do you have different kinds of memberships?
We have 2 levels. One's an associate for those who are fairly new and don't have a work history behind them.
Like
and then,
me.
and then we have the professional level, which is someone who's proven themselves in the industry. Either way, you're a member. And then the associates are encouraged to work their way into the pro level. There are some advantages to being a pro instead of an associate. But all of it's good because we really support the industry, and if you're part of that mission, if you feel strongly about that as well, you should join us because we're a community that helps each other.
Exactly. And so what are, like, not that you need benefits to join this, because I mean it's really more a statement of principle.
It is.
Than anything else. But what can you get by being involved with World
Well, you have
Voices?
access to a number of resources that we've developed that help you tell clients that you're a worthy professional. We also have a website that allows you to list your your demos and your profile, and it's an online directory for voice purchasers to come and find you there and perhaps hire you. It's just part of knowing that you're supporting the industry. That's really what we ask, is that you support us. People do say to us, "Well, what's in it for me?"
Well, yeah, but I mean,
And
like
we're
we said,
you
you're
don't get it,
like,
then you don't get it.
Yeah, it's not what's in it for you. Like you're like what is it? High tide raises all sails. I mean,
There you
you're
go.
trying to improve the
Well-
situation of everyone within the industry, especially right now when rates are declining, when people they're satisfied with less. Basically, we're trying to improve the quality and maintain the quality of what's available. And one thing I wanted to point on is that you offer so many great free educational resources.
We do. We offer mentoring as well. The thing is that most professions, when they reach a certain threshold, they seek to organize and create a community, and we've reached that point in voiceover. We need this advocacy, and so I think we stumbled on it at the right time, and it's doing the right thing.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. So what are we touched on that a little bit. I know one thing you have is the radar, the
Rates
what-
roundtables.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. The
we
voiceover
do,
rates
we do WoVo
roundtables.
chats. We send out a monthly newsletter. We engage our members quite a bit. We send out individual newsletters to advise them of things happening. We take positions that advocate for our members. There's been some ripples in the business lately that we stood up and said, this is what we think. We think for the betterment of our business, you should know that this is not something you probably want to do. So we take positions of white papers. We issue white papers on certain things.
And it's very selfless. I mean, the whole, like you said, the entire, it's World Voices. It's community,
Right.
a global community. And
We have people in Spain, Istanbul, Australia, Israel. We're all over the place. We want to grow that too, so we live up to our name of World Voices.
Exactly. And I feel like the people who, so many people, once you started advertising, once we got a sense of what it was about, we're just so behind that.
Well,
like,
I hope that it would attract people. It does sound altruistic and a little self-serving, but our hearts are really in the right place. We really just want to lift it, like you said, a rising tide lifts all boats. That's where we're at.
Exactly, and I know a number of talent are very proud to display that WoVo badge.
I hope so.
And I'm looking forward to the day that I can do that as well.
I am
So,
too.
All right,
So come on, join
Dave,
us.
such a pleasure to meet you in person.
Same here, buddy.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.